Hi there, back again with more shadow work, still working through our series, The Beauty of Loving Your Ugly. Today we're going to discuss what nature teaches us about ugly. I'm just looking at some trees right now by the ocean and it's so beautiful, But in nature, there's so much that is not beautiful. Thorns, thistles, snakes, animals that kill each other. Different species of plants can't even coexist in the same ecosystem. Invasive plants, alien plants. There's so much that nature teaches us about ugliness that we can learn from nature. Like in the ocean right now, there are predatory animals that are hunting to kill other animals in the sea. And those animals that are prey are looking to eat the weeds and other creatures that are their prey, and so on and so forth. What nature teaches us about ugliness is that there's a balance with beauty and ugly. You can't have beauty without having some ugliness with it at the same time. This tree that I'm looking at is so stunning, but it is rooted in a dirty ground, or the ground it's rooted in is very dirty. The soil is dirty, or that's what we consider it. But without that soil, there would be no tree. Without the dirt in that ground, the majesty of this tree would not exist. Likewise, without the small fish, the big fish wouldn't be able to feed. Without the smaller creatures, the smaller fishes wouldn't be able to survive. Our ugly is how our beauty survives. So when you learn to accept that there are ugly parts of you and there are beautiful parts of you, and loving your ugly doesn't make it beautiful, but it shifts and changes how you personally experience that ugly. That fish that's going to be eaten by a shark today had a life. It lived, it ate other creatures, it swam, and then today it's a shark's dinner. That's life. It's ugly, it's raw, it can be brutal. And we have aspects of ourselves that are ugly, they are raw, and they can be brutal. Our common response to that, unlike nature, is to dissociate. Nature accepts it and integrates it into her being. She's got some wild animals, she's got some domestic animals, she's got some herbivores, she's got some carnivores, she's got some omnivores. There are healing trees. There are deadly trees. There are trees you can use as medicine, and there are trees you can use as poison. All exist in the same ecosystem. A rose is so fragrant and so beautiful, but it can prick you because it's got thorns. And most healing medicines are ugly to the taste. They're not sweet. They're not delicious. So this theme of the beauty with the ugly, the sweet with the bitter, the salty and the sour is carried out across nature. A lemon is very sour and unpleasant, but it is so good for our body. Likewise, we have ugly aspects of ourselves that when we learn to love and see the beauty in, it can be so good for our functioning if we just learn to love those ugly parts, shift how we perceive them, and integrate them into the whole aspects of ourselves. When you begin to do this and learn from nature's way of accepting and integrating, flowing with the bad and flowing with the good, understanding that you don't get the beauty without the ugly, then you will learn to love yourself more holistically and show up more authentically in your reality.